everywhere burst few hours ago as Seun OKINBALOYE finally appeared in Chinese television after his sack on Chinese television. Tears flows to the moment Seun OKINBALOYE make an emotional statement after he was invited to Chinese television for a particular speech few hours ago. Nobody expected what Seun said. Tears flows as secrets opened. A lot of things that people did not know regarding what is happening right now, everything was unveiled by Seun OKINBALOYE of Chinese television. So I'd like us to stay connected to the end of this video. You will hear from Seun himself. You will hear everything that he said. You will shed tears. It shockalize everybody today. So if you can share this video, just do it to share it. Share it to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like it as you're watching it. Seun have finally come out to break the secret out regarding the sack and everything that Nigerian politicians are doing to him and all. You will hear it or just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should believe you find for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG TV. For those of you coming across the channel for the very first time, ensure you click the registration button appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. A lot of things is happening in the political space right now. You know, it was few days ago that the news came out regarding the sack of Seun OKINBALOYE. You know, for those of you that have not checked the news before, I will just give you a brief recap regarding what actually happened back then. You know, it happened few days ago after Seun of Chinese television, after he finished reading the news for the night. Seun did an extra video that same night, and he has addressed the fact that TINUBU have been a very useless president as far as Nigeria is concerned, because according to the report that people and the review that people have been given, they said TINUBU is not trying at all. He has been doing everything possible to frustrate the poor masses. And mind you, when TINUBU got into power, he made it known to the general public. He said, let the poor breathe, but he never allowed the poor to breathe. Unfortunately, in the more than 1 year of him in office, the poor have been dying of hunger. People cannot afford to eat 2 square meals in their houses. People cannot go out and come back to their house safe and sound, because once they're traveling, they will have this fear in them that, are we really going to come back home safe and sound? That's the game in Nigeria right now, because kidnappers are out there doing everything possible to kidnap anybody, kidnap people, and they're getting success in their kidnapping work, because the security operatives that we have in Nigeria, they are no more working, they're not functioning well, and a lot of people are dying after they couldn't raise money for ransom and all. So Seun addressed all this issue. He called out TINUBU that TINUBU should not remain useless for Nigerians. He should come to the aid of Nigerians. He should come out and help the poor masses that actually put him into power, because according to reports, some people said they know the one that put TINUBU into power because they believe that he rigged his way into power. Why some said they actually voted for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes, that's the truth of the game. Some people voted for TINUBU, but they never expected that the renewed hope that TINUBU promised them, the renewed hope agenda, is already turning into renewed shege for them. So people are crying out for President TINUBU and all. Now Seun OKINBALOYE too cried out on behalf of all Nigerians. He said TINUBU must come to the aid of his people so as to help them from all these calamities that is bestowing them or coming upon them in Nigeria. And after the news that night, according to the report that came out, they said Seun was sacked from Chinese television. Now something tragic happened. A lot of people have been crying out for Seun OKINBALOYE that why would they sack Seun OKINBALOYE after he said the truth to the face of TINUBU that night. Now Seun OKINBALOYE have finally been invited to Chinese television. Tear flows in the early hour of today. A lot of people did not expect what happened to Seun OKINBALOYE, and a lot of people did not believe what Seun said. You will hear everything in this video. Seun shed tears moment he was saying all these things. Now let us stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share this video, just do what to share it. Share it, click the share button, share it, let it go viral. Share it to different social media platforms, and if you can share it, just like it as you're watching it. Like it, give it a thumb up, so that will be recommended for us. You know, a protest is already on its way, and the protest is kicking up and is commencing on the 1st of August to the 10th of August. It's a 10-day protest, and Nigerian youth have been mobilizing themselves, and they said no, enough is enough to all this rascality that is ongoing in Nigeria. Enough is enough to all these politicians mafiaing the public fund and nothing is happening. EFCC did not say anything to do to them. In the lights of Yaya Bello that stole money and all, and the light of Beta Edo and all, nothing happened. happened. We didn't hear anything about them. But I didn't mean that Yahoo boy, EFCC will be running after them, jumping up and down with them as if they're doing what scatter escape, as if we're trying to act in one film in Nigeria. They know how to handle Yahoo boys, but when it comes to the people that are actually eating Nigeria raw, these people pretend as if they're not seeing things in the angle of the politicians. They fear the politicians and they leave them to eat the public funds, and the politicians are growing fatter in Nigeria. That's what is happening right now. And now Nigerians are saying enough is enough. With the food scarcity, with the high in price of commodity of goods in market, and with the high in price of food, and with the insecurity issue that is ongoing in Nigeria, and the food insecurity and all, a lot of Nigerians are staged out. They said no, enough is enough. Company is folding out. More than 700 companies fold up in Nigeria under 1 year of Bola Ahmed TINUBU in office. And a lot of Nigerians are saying that before this suffering will kill them or finish them, they need to call out TINUBU through their protest. And they said this will not be like NSAS. They said this is going to be a remarkable protest as far as Nigeria is concerned. They said everybody must shun violence, don't incite violence and all. We just here to make a peaceful protest. That's what Nigerian youth are saying at the moment, and they warning Nigerian security operatives that they should not try to do any rubbish with them, because they said if they should try any shit with them, they too they're not gonna take it. That's the news that is out there. Now something tragic happened. They dating everything back to Peter Obi. They said no, it is Peter Obi that is responsible for everything that is happening in Nigeria. They said it is Peter Obi that is inciting the people against the government. That is why the people want to protest and all. Now Peter Obi have finally sued them. Now that's the issue out there, and the issue of Seun is interwoven with the same issue. You will hear everything from Seun, you will hear from the horseman himself, and the issue of Dangote crying as far as the Nigerian issue is concerned. As far as his refinery is concerned, they said Dangote cried few hours ago because the government actually showed him shege. Seun bring out a lot of secrets. You will hear it all, and Seun cry a weep for Nigeria as if there's no more hope for Nigeria again. And what they did to Seun OKINBALOYE a few days ago, you will hear everything. So just stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share it, and if you can share it, just like it. I'm coming back again.
But there are those who have criticized you that you're probably speaking as though you are an opposition. You've worked in the PDP, you've worked for Atiku Abubakar, and that those in the APC will say, oh, Dele Momodu, hold on for a moment. Allow this president to settle down and get things done. There are those who believe that Bola Tinubu is fixing Nigeria, and the fruit of his labor and his effort in governance will yield fruit. Have you listened to that narrative? And how do you reply to those?
Well, you've asked so many questions in one sentence, and my answer is very simple and straightforward. One, I did not say he is not trying, but what I'm suggesting is that there are some urgent steps I expected him to take, and those steps have not been taken. Those who say, oh, I should allow him to settle down. I've been in politics, analyzing politics in Nigeria since 1982, 42 years. And I can tell you that more often than not, the beginning always determines the end in Nigerian politics. I have no doubt in my mind that this government is not ready, and I will give you my reasons. But before I do that, let me tell you that one of the reasons it took me about a year plus to write this letter was that I listened to different people. There were people who called me directly, some people called my family, say, oh, Tinubu is your friend, you were together in exile, and I appreciate all those sentiments. So you would have noticed that even my column on the back page of this day, I rested it in the last 1 year deliberately, because I know I'll be tempted to write some things which some of these elders that I respect so much will frown at. And that's one of the reasons I didn't write anything. I remember a general, a retired general in particular, who called my wife and said, oh no, Dele should leave Bola alone. I said, no, I'm not holding him. All I think I owe him is to tell him the truth. Let me tell you, I started my life from Ife. From reading Professor Wole Soyinka. You can see the book does not even have a cover. I bought this book in 1978. on 24th June. The man dies in all who keeps silent in the face of tyranny. So I have seen that this government would wish, if possible, to have a one-party state. So, but why did we go to exile? Why did people die for democracy if at the end of the day we're not going to practice democracy? Is it not hypocritical of me and the rest of us if we don't speak truth to our friend, which we were able to speak to Obasanjo, we were able to speak to Yar'Adua, we were able to speak to Jonathan, we were able to speak to Buhari. Even Buhari, who left power as an APC president, APC is attacking him today. So why should opposition logically not be able to speak truth to the APC ruling government? So that is where we are. And what did I say to him? That Nigeria is heading, one, in the wrong direction, heading into trouble. I saw what happened and still happening in Kenya. Oh, it's our leaders in their moment of giddiness who say, oh, it cannot happen here because we apply ethnic coloration. We have a Yoruba president, whether we like it or not, he must do his 8 years. It's enough that he's fighting. It's the obedience. I mean, all these things we've heard before. It does not help a nation. So I expect the president to do the following. One, cut the waste. It is too much. It is gargantuan. I remember Chief M.K. Abiola used to say that there is enough for the need of every Nigerian, but there is not enough for the greed of some Nigerians. Nigeria, God has given Nigeria everything that we need to survive, and not just to survive, but to make progress. But unfortunately, some politicians are not ready. They are not prepared to downgrade their lifestyle. And I keep telling them, if you know that politics is not profitable for you, you can go back to your business. I've been doing my own little business. I'm a man of modest income. I've never been in government. TINUBU was governor for 8 years in Lagos. Did you see me there? I didn't ask for appointment. Buhari, that I supported, after 2 months, I saw he was going nowhere. Immediately, I apologized to Nigerians. And so why should I now keep quiet and not be able to talk to my own friend and my own brother? And some people say, oh, but you could have requested for an appointment to see him. I said, no. I will not allow myself to be blackmailed by busybodies who are waiting. Daily will soon go to Aso Rock to go and beg for appointment. And that's the cheap blackmail that we all get in Nigeria. A man who has been who has never been in power in 42 years. You are now saying he is desperate. No, I'll be 65 next year. And I have my plans already for my retirement. I've completed the leadership center in Ibadan with library, with everything. The path I've chosen for myself is different. I want to be free to tell my friends the truth, because in the future someone will say, but you spoke about all the other leaders. How come you couldn't speak about Bola Tinubu? And that is why I am addressing this letter to the president, that please cut the waste. That is the number one. It's very urgent. Then empower our youths by igniting a vocational revolution. It's not just about people going to school. We have so many graduates, if not millions of them now, who can find jobs. There are things you can do. Now they say they are sending 50,000 naira to about 3 million Nigerians. I beg, how does that make sense in a country of over 200 million people? That money could have created more than 1 million fresh entrepreneurs who will get 1 million each immediately. And then those ones, you have the domino effect. Those ones will now employ people, 5 to 10 people each. You don't give, there is no way you just give money out as if it's water. The Buhari people did it. They will put cash on table. At this time and age, in these modern times, put cash on table and people will queue up like beggars to come and collect 5,000 naira. It's demeaning on Nigerians. Nigerians are too brilliant, too energetic, and too ambitious for them to be reduced to robots and slaves.
Yeah. Let me jump in quickly. When some of the words you use seems to have angered some people who are supporters of the APC and who are also followers of the Bola Tinubu School of Governance. For example, when you said that this economy has virtually collapsed. There are those who will say that was too dramatic and you were unfair to this government. And there are those who will say you are one of those who had said in your article in the Pendulum, some of which I've read, you had asked for the removal of fuel subsidy. And one of your Pendulum write-ups, you had made reference to the effort of Bukola Saraki when he was Senate President, when he was on the Senate, the floor of the Senate, when he raised an alarm about the issue of the fraud on fuel subsidy. Now, there are those who had asked President in the past to remove fuel subsidy, which was largely or partly a political decision. There are those who will say every president had been asked to do it, but Bola Tinubu took the bold step and did it. There are those who will say that the disparity in the FX window, Bola Tinubu came, made an economic policy and fixed all of this. And there are those who will say, oh, they responded to you and say, for example, the monetary IMF projections of an economic growth in Nigeria is perhaps one of the highest for any third economy. There are those who will say the trade figures in Nigeria does not reflect what Dele Momodu is propounding. The president has said some of the policy will be like the pain of childbearing. After some time, it will bear fruit. Is it that you are being dramatic, or perhaps, according to the followers of the APC, saying that you are not speaking the truth?
Who are these followers of APC, and when did they become followers of APC? That's another matter. But I will answer you directly and frontally that when you talk about economics and the economy, they are two different things. Economics is the theoretical aspect of the economy. The economy is the practical side of economics. No matter the highfalutin theories you bring from IMF, from World Bank, as long as it does not reflect on the lives of Nigerians, you are just blowing grammar. It's all about semantics. I am telling you, sir, that there is no country. If you look at crisis from Venezuela to anywhere, even Brazil, go and read their trajectories, you will see that IMF is always a problem. During the Babangida era, I remember one of the first stories I wrote for African Concord magazine was on SAP. They told us SAP is the magic word. SAP is the only thing that will lead us to heaven and paradise. Where did SAP leave Nigeria? Maybe you will remember the SAP riot of 1989. Me, I'm a good student of Nigerian history. And I know that what these people are saying, oh, just relax. Let me tell you, why would a leader be sworn in on May 29, 2023? And the first thing he will do is to give bad news to the people. You are talking about renewed hope. You did not even wait 1 second. If you rush a patient to a doctor, what's the first thing the doctor will do? The doctor will first stabilize the patient. So if they rush a patient to a doctor and then the doctor says, oh, this guy cannot survive, he said, let's just give him injection so he can die once and for all. That's what happened on May 29, 2023. The doctor gave an injection. We killed Nigeria instantly. There was no rush. You needed to be there, since you were not there with Buhari, to know why Buhari, an army general, lacked the courage to take that decision. But because our man was goaded into believing that because you are Bola Tinubu, you can do anything and nothing will happen, show courage, show muscle. That's what led us to this crisis. We have not recovered. Just one injection, Nigeria went into coma. That's what I meant.
Yeah, but yeah. Chief Dele Momodu, you have also inferred in that your open letter that it doesn't look like you believe in those people around the president. You have inferred in your letter that perhaps they are not telling the president the truth and they are not advising him well. Are you saying that the president does not have competent hands in his cabinet to deal with the economic situation in the country? Or what exactly are you saying in straight terms?
I am someone who believes in star-studded cabinets. If you ask me today, President Ibrahim Babangida, minus the June 12 annulment, he had one of the best cabinets in Nigeria, and he tried his best. Obasanjo, Baba, also tried his best to assemble the best. Today, and God is my witness, today, if you ask me to name 10 ministers in TINUBU's cabinet and to tell you what they did or did not do before they were appointed, I will struggle. That is the truth. And ask an average person. And I don't consider myself average not to. Look, what we have today is that someone transferred the Lagos template to Abuja. And that's why we're failing. Nigeria parades some of the greatest human beings on planet Earth. I've traveled a bit. There is nowhere up to Australia that I did not meet Nigerians doing great things. Where are those people? In today's Nigeria, is either you are the son of, the daughter of. Nigeria cannot continue to operate on the basis of compensation. I must compensate my friend. I must compensate my former schoolmate. No. Nigeria right now is playing World Cup and you are picking weak players. No, we can't do that. And that's why I wrote that letter. A lot of the people around there now, their lives totally depend on TINUBU. They cannot tell him the truth. I know what a lot of them say behind when they see us that, we can't talk. If we talk, that is the truth. And I'm one of the people he knows. Right from when we were in exile, when he was governor for 8 years, I would tell him, I will write letters. And I'm a letter writer anyway. I write letters all the time. I wrote to President Obasanjo, I wrote to Buhari, I wrote to all of them. Jonathan. And that is why I'm also writing to a man that I know we've come way back. If he is watching, he knows I always tell him.
So Chief, Chief Mamadou, you have proffered some solutions just before when you're premising your stance about what this government is doing. And for me, the conversation is not about political party right now. It's about our nation, because we are in some kind of doldrum. And either we like it or not, we need a way forward. If there is one thing that this president needs to do right now to really get this nation working, because we are the giant of Africa, we cannot be behaving like dwarfs and behaving as though we do not have the capacity in our potential as a people. If he has to make any decision that will have a drastic difference in our nation today, what would that be?
Kill this profligacy. That is number one. The economy, no matter what you do, continue to borrow money to fund lifestyle. Nigeria will continue to fail. So the president must make that personal choice and personal sacrifice by calling his people to order and making himself a scapegoat. If I were in his shoes, that's the first thing I will do to make sure. Look at this issue of presidential jet. People shouted against it. They didn't listen. Yacht, people shouted against it, they didn't listen. Building of houses for Mr. President or Vice President, they did not listen. So how do you dare expect people to follow you in good conscience? They said the man on whose behalf you are fasting should not be seen eating lunch. That's the way the Yoruba say it. So you want Nigerians to fast, and because of you to succeed, and yet the biggest beneficiary of that success, people are seeing you enjoying life. You are not even ready to compromise your own personal lifestyle. Then people are not going to follow you. The key element of leadership is trust. Once people trust you, when the disciples of Jesus trusted him, he told them to come. You will float on water. They will believe him because they can see him himself floating. So it shouldn't be a case of do as I say and not as I do. And that is why I am saying in that letter that the greatest thing you can do for Nigeria is to make that personal sacrifice. Sell off all this presidential jet. Before you became president, God bless you, you had your own private jet. You can go back to it. If your entourage needs to come with you, call Air Peace or any airline that has good planes in Nigeria, and they will supply. You will pay. The money remains in Nigeria. That's the way it should be done.
I'm Seun OKINBALOYE here in Abuja, and it's good to be back with you. Thank you so much. Well, I said something on the social media earlier, a few hours ago, that I have something to tell you before I get to bring you the program tonight. Lend me your attention, everyone, for a moment. There were stories making the rounds that I was sacked from my employment here at Channels Television. Are you ready for the truth, Nigerians? Well, that was not true, and it is far from the truth. Was I sacked? Absolutely no. Dear viewers and audience of our beloved Politics Today and Sunday Politics and Channels Television viewers, wherever you may be tonight, I'm deeply touched by your concern and kind words during my absence from the screen for several weeks, which sounds unusual to some of you. Your unwavering belief in the Nigerian dream and resilience in the face of challenges inspire me every day. I want to assure you that Channels Television as a media organization operates with the highest standards of fairness and integrity. As much as I know in the last 12 years or so that I have joined Channels Television, this network has shown me that decisions regarding staff are made with great care, and issues like sacking or dismissal are rare and only taken in extreme situations. Please be rest assured that my absence was not due to any form of dismissal, but rather a period of necessary personal, family reflection and growth. Your confidence in me strengthens my resolve to continue advancing the truth and providing authentic information to the public and Nigerians wherever they may be on the globe, as guaranteed by our Constitution. Well, it's one of the few professions in the world that is guaranteed in the Constitution of Nigeria. I owe that dearly, and of course, I do not take it for granted. I remain dedicated to holding the government accountable for the people's interests, especially during these tough economic and social times. Together, we will stand strong, ensuring that the voice of the Nigerian people is heard and respected. Thank you for your unwavering support and for standing by me and Channels Television.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can hear what OKINBALOYE actually said in this very video. You know, the news have been going rampant, and you know, in Nigeria, a lot of news flies which are false. False news flies so easy, and that is what have been happening. You see a lot of people on their platform now, they having more than 50,000 views as far as the issue of Seun is concerned. They said Seun is being sacked from Channels Television because they believe that the statement that Seun actually uttered in that night, that very night that Seun made those speech regarding Bola TINUBU, the night that Seun called TINUBU out after his new podcast and all, they said those statements can warrant the sack of Seun OKINBALOYE. Unfortunately enough, they did not see Seun OKINBALOYE making any podcast on Channels Television after that day. Seun went off for more than a week. That was what happened. You can hear it from Seun himself. That was why a lot of people were saying that, oh, is it because Seun actually made those speeches regarding TINUBU? Is that why they really sacked them and all? So a lot of people believe that they've sacked Seun OKINBALOYE since he did not speak in Channels Television for more than 5 days and all. But Seun finally come out to clear the air that they did not sack him in Channels Television and nothing happened to him and all. These people can actually take breaks at times. Yes, Seun called TINUBU out based on the nonsense that have been ongoing in Nigeria. Seun called him out, but that doesn't warrant any sack and all. So nobody sacked Seun OKINBALOYE. Now, dating back to the main issue, you can hear what Seun said regarding everything that is happening in Nigeria. A lot of journalists in Nigeria, they will never come out to call a spade a spade. They will never come out to say the truth the way it is. They will actually come out to bend the truth and manipulate the truth and doctor the truth. That's what they're doing. They sugarcoat their word whenever they come into the public space and all. But Seun OKINBALOYE and for enough for Rice News, they will never do that. You can see the question that Seun actually asked Daily Momodu in that very video. Seun made it known that the government is not really doing well at all, and the people are not happy with the government. Now, the issue of Dangote came in, and that was why a lot of people are actually crying for Dangote a few hours ago, because Dangote was granted an interview, and regarding his refinery, he almost cried. He even said that they should come and take the refinery from him. He said they should come and take it, that he's ready to give it up. Anybody that have the money to run the refinery, that they should come and take it. They should come and run it. He said the government is sabotaging his plans based on the refinery. He said the government failed to release crude oil for him to refine and all. And mind you, Nigeria is in a very bad state that fuel that we're producing and the raw material that we have in our country, we are not even suffering from the raw material. Now imagine that Nigeria is buying for a liter of fuel in Nigeria now. They buying it around 750 naira per liter, and in some places 800 and something naira per liter. Where is this happening if not for Nigeria? Nigeria is buying their own raw material at a very high price and all. Now Dangote is calling them on the initial point. If you should look at the issue like this, Dangote is telling them to come and refine from him. They should not take the crude oil to another mass country and refine again. They should come and refine with him in a very cheaper rate and all. But the government refused. Don't you think there is a game? If you should listen to the podcast of Seun a few hours ago, he unveiled a lot of secrets regarding the secret between the government and Dangote. Dangote have been enjoying a lot of dividends allegedly from the government. He have been enjoying a lot of dividends as far as the cement thing is concerned. A lot of politicians actually partner with him, and they kill a lot of cement companies like Bohab Cement, Elephant Cement and all. They did not allow those ones to survive in Nigeria again, even to the extent that the government have to restrict all those cements, and it was only Dangote that was being promoted and all. Dangote was actually enjoying all those dividends. They never come out to talk about it. He never come out to say anything. And it is the price that they give out on cement, that's the price that will stand. Other cement companies could not compete with them because they never allowed them to survive. Now the government, now maybe they have issue with Dangote, or maybe the percentage that Dangote wants to be given them regarding the refinery, would not know the secret of the matter. So because they did not have a cool negotiation, Dangote is crying out now. Who is Dangote crying to, or who is Dangote crying for? That's a question that a lot of Nigerians are actually asking Dangote. Where on earth is this happening, where we have live stores in our country and all, and someone is using all those things to produce a product for us, and we're buying it at an expensive price, which is the cement? As at now, cement price around 8,000 naira to 7,800 naira or so. That's what is happening in Nigeria. And the initial point, I know that they allow other cements to be running in Nigeria, all the other cement companies, Elephant, Boha, and the likes of others. Cement is not supposed to be more than 3,000 at most in Nigeria. You can see what is happening. That same Dangote is now doing emotional blackmail now. That's what is happening. So what we're saying is, the issue that Dangote had with the government, he should go back and do his negotiation well. He should go back and do whatever he have been doing with the government. He should go back and do it with the government. This matter does not concern any Nigeria as far as Laju is concerned. That's just my own opinion regarding the matter. Now, let's go back to the protest that is upcoming on the 1st of August to the 10th of August. Now, a lot of Nigerians are actually preparing themselves regarding the protest because a lot of things have gone wrong in Nigeria. A lot of things have actually gone wrong in Nigeria. Food is not affordable in the market. There's no work outside for the people. A lot of people are dying of hunger every day. Civil servants' money have not been paid. Even pensioners are dying of hunger because they never paid them their pension fees and all. So a lot of things have turned upside down. Students coming out of school and they will not see a job, and students being kicked out of school because they couldn't afford tuition fee and all. Everything have turned upside down in Nigeria. Now they're trying to protest. Now a lot of APC people are now pointing finger at Obi, more especially Bayo Onanuga, the spokesperson of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He said it is Peter Obi that's actually inciting the violence and inciting the protests and inciting the people against the government. And Obi have finally sued him because Obi have been known to be a very silent person. He never come out to talk about anybody. He never come out to do anything, but he actually sued Bayo Onanuga for that statement because that's a defamation of character on the initial point. He sued Bayo Onanuga $5 billion lawsuit. The news came a few hours ago because they have been pointing a lot of nonsense finger on the man, but the man is his peacemaker. He will never come out to talk about all these people. They never come out to take any action. Everybody is his brother, but he actually filed and sued Bayo Onanuga based on the statement that it is Obi that is arranging the protest. Now things are going wrong in the country, but these people will never take the blame. They are pointing fingers at opposition party, that it is opposition party that is inciting the people against the government, which is never so according to the reports on ground. Now what do you guys think? Do you really think things will go well in Nigeria after all the protestings and all? Drop your opinion in the comment section on this video, as I'm gonna dedicate another 20 for you. You should follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious cause plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor. For LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the bar, where politician with the do pass himself. Why you with the for church? All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.